Well, it's that time again, Wednesday Comics here from your pal, Mr. Nailsin. And just really 2 titles, but a couple of issues within said titles I'm going to catch up on. And that's what this is, a catch up on Symbiote Spider-Man 2099. And following that, we'll get into Shazam, which have fallen behind on that too. So, this Symbiote Spider-Man thing, I think it is similar to what they did with the Spider-Man proper, but it was stories taking place back when he was wearing the symbiote costume and didn't know that it was a life form unto itself and stuff like that. And I enjoyed them because they were akin to the era of Spider-Man I knew in my misbegotten youth. And those were good. And more times than not, and this is true of both Marvel and DC, is the out of current continuity stories and stuff like that and specials and whatnot are almost always better than the ongoing mainstream continuity. And I guess it's just because they're left alone, they can do what they want, and there's a nostalgia factor to it and all that sort of thing. And I guess on occasion they'll slip something in that can be relevant later on and just pretend that this is only a couple of years ago rather than, 40 years ago, whatever it is, with the timeline. So Spider-Man 2099 was a fun comic back in its original launch, and it 2099 became a franchise or a line, if you will, unto itself, predating Ultimate Comics and whatnot. And so you had all these futuristic versions of Marvel heroes, but Spider-Man was the big leader, even though this was a brand new Spider-Man. And it was interesting because he begins as a full-grown adult and everything and that kind of thing, whereas Spider-Man, he started in his teen years and stuff. I can't remember. I think they tried to retcon the character to teenage years, which is always a mistake. But Peter David wrote that. Rick Leonardi did the art. I've always been a big fan of Rick Leonardi. And it was a good run. I was mostly broke then, so I couldn't keep up with it. But its time came and went. But it gets revisited every now and then. And this particular series is pretty much in line with that era. And so I'm liking it. I bought the first issue, and then, I forgot. So I got back in, and 2 issues have since come out, and read those. So thanks to Comic Book Roundup, I have a few preview images for you to delve into. So there's the cover, of course. Here we go. Cronstone, as I live and breathe. When I received your communique, part of me thought it was a trap. So tell me, Cron, what can the chameleon do for you? Let me guess. You want payback on whoever rearranged your face. So this is of course, everyone is based, what are the odds? But then again, legacy and whatnot. But they're all based on the classic characters of the original Spider-Man. So here's the chameleon, but it's different. And as you see in these scenes of what he does, still he's an odd-looking guy, and I assume he has the same abilities as the original chameleon and what have you. But as you'll see in this scene of what services he offers a ne'er-do-well. So that's exactly right. I need to get into Alchemax and find McGill O'Hara. Mr. O'Hara did this to you? I had no idea he was so formidable. Can you do it? Of course I can. It'll take me a few minutes to throw together a hollowism for you. What do you want to be disguised as? The boss himself. Set me up as McGill. I dispose of him and take over the company. Just remember the people who got you there. Oh, I never forget. I don't recall fist bumps being a thing back in the original. But apparently the fist bump will survive well into the end of the century. So how about that? Isn't that something? But anyway, as you see, this chameleon can offer the ability to appear as someone else rather than just doing it himself. So it's an interesting, take on it, whatnot. So if you recall last issue, Miguel has been taken over by a symbiote. So that's something Miguel is gonna learn. Did you really think you could do whatever you wanted, Russell? That I was your specimen to play with as you saw fit? Quite a mistake, Russell. One that you'll pay for. Now. Oh, God, I just crapped my pants. Oh. Don't worry, Russell. I'll make it quick. More than you deserve. Spiderman, gain control. The symbiote is controlling you. Afraid not. I'm running this show. What in the... Russell! He died. SOB up and died. Must have been a heart attack. The nerve. Fine. That's taken care of then. Time to get back to... No! Get off of me! Don't be hasty, Miguel. I said get off of me! But that's not what you want, is it? So much pressure on you from your family, from your father, Tyler Stone, from the president. Wouldn't it be nice to have someone in charge, someone to what? Kill everybody? That's it, isn't it? Just kill them all. You drive a hard bargain, Miguel. Fine. No one dies. Not unless you want them to. Just relax. Give me the will. Relax. So there you go. Boy, he's in quite the pickle, huh? Well, that's what happens when you make a deal with the devil, except he didn't. He was forced into this, so... But can he resist the lure of power and the ability to just dispatch all the a-holes you can't stand? Well, let's see what happens next issue. Uh-oh, it's Venom versus Venom? Well, the Venom name's already taken. So, I guess after Miguel defeats this entity, or will he? It'll have to come up with a name for itself, Yeah. So, here we go. There's an alarm going off. This is not a drill. Repeat, not a drill. All visitors and employees of Alchemax are ordered to leave the building at this time. Here, you want the shock, man? Yeah, shock is a thing in the future, yeah. Hey, man, I'm just carrying out orders. Tell me what's happening. Word is Venom got in there somehow. Venom? That monster? Are you kidding me? Man, I wish. God knows what kind of destruction they're up to. So a song's playing. Can you guess what it is? Don't worry, they tell you. What song is this? The Girl from Ipanema. Catchy. The lab we want is right down here. So they go, but this kind of joke was classic Peter Davison. And then Joss Whedon stole it for Buffy and went on to huge stardom until he got Me Too'd. Yeah. Anyway, freeze! Dun, dun, dun. Leave this to... gotta get the voices right. Leave this to me, Spider-Man. No, you promised. No one dies unless I say so. And what I say doesn't matter? Not in this case, no. Fine. Coward. I'd dispose of him at the first opportunity. But that's such a waste of potential power. So I'll go easy on these jokers, see what Miguel has to offer. And if it's not worthwhile, and if it is worthwhile, I keep him around. If it's not, I dispose of him no foul. By the way, a big revelation was revealed last issue explaining why the partnership. Yeah, but, I won't spoil it for you. So, they're whooping the security guards' asses. But then, they got a sonic blaster. Holy, we got him. Venom said, the beta blaster's working. Beta blaster? Well, I guess the alpha blaster would be lethal. Yeah. Sonics. Too bad we got a second one of these. Well, good for you. Then they hit him with it. Miguel, it hurts. Oh, no. When they get at it, they do. And then it goes on. And it also expands upon the universe of 2099 with a special surprise guest star. Well, I guess 2 if you want to be, complete. But anyway, there you go. It's fun. It's superheroic silliness and whatnot. And that's top notch these days. So it's a recommend. Check it out. I think it's a good little series for however long it lasts. Again, there's quite a few of Symbiote Spider-Man stories. I liked all of them. They're all collected in trade paperbacks and whatnot. And I suspect this will be the same. So if you want to wait for that, then do so. Don't know how many issues they'll give to it, but the way it is, I'd rather it just went on and on and on, But yeah, it's not going to happen. Meanwhile, at DC, I got to catch up with Shazam. And that was originally Mark Waid and Dan Mora doing it, which I thought would cut in and replace them. Someone else would replace them on World's Finest. Well, so far that hasn't happened. So I guess, I don't know, they're sticking to that one. It's the best title DC has at the moment. Shazam was the second follow-up that was pretty good. The Teen Titans one they did, it was all right. But Shazam, again, not as good as World's Finest, but not too bad. And again, with World's Finest, similar to Teen Titans, it's intended to be more on the childlike approach. And Captain Marvel deals with, Shazam. He can't call him Captain Marvel anymore. But now he's called the Captain. Dealing with fairy tale like environments and magic and whatnot is to be expected. And there's more of it than actual superheroics in it. So sometimes that can be a bit of a letdown. It is for me, for others, maybe not. So after dealing with the gods taking over, you think, oh, now we can finally get going on some Shazam adventures and Billy Bats and all that. Well, not so fast. So when you're a foster kid, moving day sucks. First, you're given a trash bag to throw your stuff into. Yeah, there's charities that give out real bags, but even if you get one, all it takes is one move for that bag to get lost. Because it got misplaced. Because it was given to a different kid. Because you ran. Because disaster struck and there was no time. So the trash bag remains. But this moving day is different. We're moving back into the Vasquez's home after Zeus repaired the damage. Yeah, Zeus is hanging around because of the previous story. Anyway, today there are no trash bags. Nothing left behind. This is the first time I'm excited to move, which is why... And there's your new team, Josie Campbell, and the new artist, Emanuela Lupacino. Sorry if I got it wrong. Familiar with it. It's not a bad team. They pretty much maintain a certain consistent follow-up to what was set by Wade and all that. So, usually it's quite the drop-off. But so far, if you like those, then you're doing good with this title. Dear family, today is personally a great day for me, Freddie Freeman. I've got big news that I'm sure you'll agree is more important than anything else in your lives. We're all ready for Freddie to shut up. Ready for Freddie. Freddy, we're all excited to move our stuff back. Mr. Vasquez, that pales in comparison to my big nose. Maybe you may not be aware, but I just got my driver's license. We're aware. Soon after, I began a search through used car lots until I struck gold. Now, dear family, I present to you the Shazam. Can you believe it? It was just a bandit at the dealership. So there's his little van, first vehicle and whatnot. So far, only Billy and Mary have the Shazam powers, so I guess it'll be a while before the other kids get it back. So, oh yeah, here's their talking half-human tiger. I taught him how to negotiate. You better believe a tiger dressed like this knows how to talk to car salesmen. So there's always silly things like that not my cup of tea, but it is fitting with the, yeah. So anyway, so what do you think, guys? Can we christen the repaired house yet? We're underage, so I got a bottle of pop. Please don't hit our house with that. Where's the big cat? Oh, yeah, and the bunny rabbit talks, but only, I think, Billy and Mary can understand him. Anyway, come on, the van is cool. Is the big cat inside? For the last time, Hoppy, Talkie is not going to eat you. But, he's a rabbit. Yeah. Oh, look, Billy, it's moving day for our neighbors, too. Oh, Billy's got a girlfriend. Moving day represents change, and change is hard, especially for foster kids. But sometimes there's a cute girl next door, and isn't that nice? Change can be extremely good. But, oh, wait, there's a monster in the window. Arrgh. So he goes, he meets this girl, and the wind blows up his hair, so he fixes it. Okay, not really. Hey, I live next door. Welcome to the neighborhood. Thanks. I'm Bo. We just moved from Colorado. Cool. Myself? Yeah, I lived here in the big city my whole life. So if you need a guide, I'm your man. You can call me Billy. Hi. There's something in the kitchen you need to see right now. I'm busy right now. So hijinks ensue. There's monsters and stuff like that. It's magic. So next issue, we got to deal with the monster and stuff. Captain Marvel stuff, right? Well, it's mostly, the tragedy of being a foster kid and stuff. Yeah. So anyway, I've never known what normal means. I guess not. When I was younger, I thought normal was what I saw on TV. Yeah, don't make that mistake. Kids hating Brussels sprouts and sitcoms, families going on vacation and kids shows, families just being there, Mom, I can't believe you told your teacher to call us. What were you thinking? You know my boyfriend is under a lot of stress. He's upset now and is not going to be okay at home. People are going to think I can't raise you. You can't. Do you want them to take you away? That's what's going to happen if you don't think, Billy. Next time, don't tell anyone you were left here. Oh, well. Who am I talking to? So this is the thing. Through the story, Billy is suddenly experiencing lost time, memory lapses and stuff, and he's not quite sure what's going on. And the narration is not just a narration. He's actually in conversation with somebody. And where the heck am I? Wait, is this can't be. Then he wakes up. Bang, bang, Billy. Was I having a dream? I don't remember. Come on, man. Today's the day. Meanwhile, coast is clear, Hoppy. Time for us to figure out what's going on with Billy and the captain. So she saw the captain burning letters addressed to Billy. So there you go. She saw that and she's wondering, what the deal? I don't know. It's not the first time Billy's blanked, and Mary said he's been forgetful a lot. There's something weird going on. It's up to us to get to the bottom of it. I can't understand you, so I'm just going to assume you agree with me. And so the rabbit responds, but she, again, is not magic anymore, so she can't understand him. But he says, you keep the big can away, and I'll do anything you want. All right, Hoppy, it's time for action. Darling Hoppy investigation duty. it's just an excuse to snoop in Billy's room. Just don't look under the bed. Hey, who was Billy talking to and all that? Well, if the cover doesn't give you an indication. So here's the social worker and seeing if the Vasquezes are okay, but now he's recalling this happened in the previous issue. Change is hard. I know change is bad, but only really bad for foster kids. The rest of us should just buck up and deal with it. No, I said that already, didn't I? Yeah, you did. Change is hard. No, wait, I did that too. No, not change, memory. Oh, I'm repeating things, forgetting things. Moments are being hidden from me. I remember Mom leaving hours ago, then night falling, but in between blanks, the magic that gave me my powers changed, and I changed with it. I didn't realize it because someone tampered with my mind, but now I know who to blame. I know who I've been talking to this whole time. Bum, bum, bum. It's been you. I've been talking to you, Captain. But how can this be? Well, you see, originally, and this, because the current thing is that Billy and Captain Marvel are one and the same, it became the dominant narrative. But originally, it appeared to clearly state that Captain Marvel was a separate entity unto himself. It's just Billy could summon him and basically be replaced by him. Where'd Billy went? I don't know. Rock of Eternity, I guess. And, but then for the most part, it was just, well, Captain Marvel was an adult version of Billy through magic. And that's how the story went. And now, I guess, sort of as a nod to that, is the situation has been created here. And does it continue? Well, I don't know. But that's what's happened here. So where are we? My room, the center of the Rock of Eternity, where I go when you are not me, and I am not you. So what? I say the magic word and we switch places? It is more complicated, but yes. Meaning, it's not that complicated. That's exactly what it is. However, we can always see through each other's eyes. Always know what's happening. But you're two separate entities. Except for when you make me forget. I never wanted to destroy your trust, but you kind of did. But I am the one with the wisdom of Solomon, so I'm, smarter than you. It's what caused this separation. I started to think differently than you. I became my own person, trying to protect you. You were forced to grow up faster than any kid should, and then the wizard turned your world upside down again. This mantle should have never gone to you. Because you don't think I'm worthy. Well, I thought he was you. That's weird. It kind of made the wizard back the way he used to be. Anyway. No, because you're a child. Well, that doesn't explain the letters. Why are you taking over to stop me from seeing my mom? Why wipe my memories? I am protecting you. From what? Fine, I'll figure it out myself. Then I'm sorry, but I have to stop you. I'm going to make you say it. No! Whoop. See, Billy does have power over the Rock of Eternity, but this is causing a problem because his emotional turmoil can't deal with it, so now all kinds of magic monstrosities are erupting throughout the neighborhood, and it's Billy on a subconscious level, anyway. So, it's an interesting narrative and whatnot. The cuteness can be a bit cringeworthy, but at the same time, I can't say that that's anything shoehorned in or anything, because there was a lot of that typical of Shazam stories. So I think I like Symbiote Spider-Man 2099 better, but Shazam is not a bad comic. It just might not necessarily be altogether for me. It could get better and win me over, but well, we're I don't know how many issues in, and I'm like, well, 12, I think. And so it's not bad, but I'm not all that charmed by it. So there you go. Caught up on those two titles, and got more on the way to check out for next week, and we'll get to it next time for Mr. Nailsin's Wednesday Comics.